we're going to do some practice here calculating the min and the max for the range of values, or kind of the low end and the upper end of that range. So this first example, I have a mean of 20 at the 95% confidence level, and a standard deviation of 3 and a sample size of 36. So when I plug this into the formula, I'm going to start with the 20, and then I'll do plus or minus. And then I have to replace that 95% with the z-score that goes with that. So that one is a 1.96. So that's where that came from. And then I have times 3 divided by the square root of 36. So one quick note about this, if you're doing this in a calculator, I typically tell students to do the margin of error first. So calculate 1.96 times 3 over the square root of 36. And then it makes it a lot easier for you to go 20 minus that value, and that'll give you your lower end, and then 20 plus that value will give you your upper end. So this first one is 1902 to 20.98. So those would be the endpoints of our range. All right, so I have 2 more on here. I would love for you to pause the video and give those a try and see how you do calculating them. All right, so this next one, we're going to start with 30. And then we have to replace that 90% with its equivalent z-score. So I have 30 plus or minus 1.645, and then times that standard deviation from our sampling distribution. So 4 over the square root of 25. And that gives me 28.684 to 31.316. So that would be my range of values that I think my true population mean is somewhere in there. All right, last one has a 99% confidence level. So I'll start with 50, and I'll replace that 99% with 2.576. So 50 plus or minus 2.576 times my standard deviation of 5 divided by the square root of 16. And that'll give me 46.78 to 53.22. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling a lot better about how to calculate those endpoints. And it is good to understand how these work by hand, but I've built a spreadsheet to help you with this. So the spreadsheet is going to look like this. And these yellow boxes are the ones you're going to want to change. The other ones you want to leave those alone because they have formulas built into them to help you. So you'll put your confidence level in. You want to convert that 95% to a decimal, so 0.95. You put your sample mean X bar in, your population standard deviation, and your sample size. And then the great thing about how this is set up is it will automatically calculate Z-star for you. So you don't have to worry about remembering that number or flipping through pages to look that up. It'll automatically calculate that. And then it shows you the results in 2 different formats. So it'll give you that point estimate, your sample mean, plus or minus the margin of error. So if you need the margin of error for some reason, that'll be listed there. And then it actually will also do the subtraction and addition so that you get your lower bound and your upper bound out of this. And when we get to a problem where we work through that full confidence interval, I'll pull this up and we'll go through it together and I'll show you how it works.